In today's class, I'm going to tell you a very interesting story. The name of the story is Ruby's Garden. The reason why the name of the story is given Ruby's Garden is that actually Ruby joined a new school. She has gone to her new school and it is the end of her first day at her new school. Her mother is waiting at the gate. As soon as the school bell rang, Ruby came out of her classroom. Her mother received her. Her mother gave her a big kiss. She gave her a big hug. Then, like parents, okay, her first question was, did you like your school? Ruby only gave her answer by nodding. As she was a little girl, she nodded her head. Then, did you like your new teacher? She nodded her head again. Then Ruby's mother asked another very important question. It was the same question all the parents ask. What is the question? What you did? Tell me what you did in class today. Then Ruby said exactly what she did. She said, Mrs. Thomas, our class teacher, made us write our names on sticky labels. She pointed to the label on the blouse. Understood? It read, Ruby, we have to wear these labels all week till Mrs. Thomas knows our name. Then Ruby's mother said, what did you learn? Is this how you spend the whole day? Ruby said, Mom, we spend the whole day in the garden. In the garden? This angered Mrs. Devins. Understood? Mrs. Thomas was the class teacher of Ruby, and it was 2B class. His section was 2B, and Mrs. Thomas was her class teacher. Then Ruby's mother got very angry. It's natural. Ruby's mother got angry, and Ruby's mother wanted her to tell what she did in the class. She said, we learnt a poem and did lots of sums. We did some science. This was very good thing, but all in the garden. Yes, we did everything in the garden. It made her very, very angry. And she went back to her house with her child, and she decided to talk to her husband. That evening, Mr. Devin, means Ruby's father, came back home from office. Then Ruby's mother, Mrs. Devins, went to Ruby's father. You know what, Arthur? What, dear? Her father said, what, dear? Ruby's class spent the whole day in the garden. Ruby's class spent the whole day. Not really. But he said, maybe, they studied plants. That's why they were taken to the garden. This is why you cannot blame her teacher. Okay, fine. And then I have decided to go to her school tomorrow with her. Then Ruby's mother took her to school. Next day, Ruby's mother took her to school very, very early. Mrs. Thomas was already in the class 2B. As soon as Ruby's mother saw Mrs. Thomas sitting in the class, actually she was doing something. What she was doing was, she was putting sheets of paper and crayons on the desk. Like all the parents, as soon as you meet someone, what do you say? Good morning. Ruby's mother said good morning to Mrs. Thomas. Understood? Good morning. Good morning, Mrs. Thomas. She said good morning, smiling. Then say, what is the purpose? Why have you come? Why did you find it important to come to meet me? It's natural. Then she said, I am Ruby's mother. This child, I am Ruby's mother. I'm little worried. What? Worried? Then she said, yes, Ruby told me that she was in the garden all day. Then she fell into laughter. She started laughing. Then It made her very, very angry. She was crossed. And she didn't think there was anything to laugh about. Then she turned to Ruby and told her, Ruby, come here. Did you tell your mother what we did in the class yesterday? She only nodded her head. Then again, if you have told your mother, why is she worried? And she, while answering the question, she also was a little worried. Who? Mrs. Thomas. And then Mrs. Thomas, with a big smile on her face, understood, solved the problem that she was in. She said, wait, already some children of 2B entered the class. Then, as soon as the children entered the class, she said, yesterday what we did was we called our classroom garden. And now I am going to tell the children to introduce themselves. Children said good morning to ma'am. All of them said good morning. Then she called the names of all the flowers. Daisy, Jasmine, sunflower. This is how all the children responded. Actually, she made the classroom understood. What? She decided the reason why she called the classroom a garden, because it gave her a chance to create a natural surroundings. Understood? Atmosphere. To make the atmosphere in the class like that of a garden, so that the children understood, enjoy learning, to make learning understood, enjoyable. The children enjoyed the class. They did lot of things. They learnt a poem. They did lots of sums. Did some science. They did some science. Then finally, what happened? They together loved. Who? Mrs. Thomas and Mrs. Davies. This is how the story came to an end. I have some questions to ask you. Can I ask you these questions? The questions that I have for you to ask are like, what were moms and dads? Why were moms and dads at the school gate? Moms or dads were at the school gate to receive the children, right or not? What did Mrs. Divins want Ruby to tell her about? Mrs. Divins wanted Ruby to tell her about what she did in her class that day, isn't it? On her first day at school. What did Ruby and her mom chat about on the way? Ruby and her mom chatted about the things that Ruby did in her class, and at the same time what her pet kitten did at her home. Her mother told Ruby that her pet kitten Minnie did naughty things, right? Actually, Ruby was only interested in what? In her pet kitten named Minnie, and her mother told her about the naughty things that Minnie did at home. Okay, why did Mrs. Divins get cross and why? Why did Mrs. Divins get cross and why? Mrs. Divins got cross because she did not want the children to spend the whole day in the garden, because the children can fall ill, isn't it? If the children had been taken to the garden, it would have made some of them sick, isn't it? That's why she didn't want the children to go to the garden, and it was only because that she could not actually understand through her talks with Ruby that it was really a garden or her classroom. She actually believed what Ruby said. Clear? And she thought that Ruby spent the whole day in the garden. That's the reason she got cross or angry. What made Mrs. Thomas laugh? Mrs. Thomas laughed at what Mrs. Divins said, isn't it? What did Mrs. Divins say? Ruby told me that she was in the garden all day yesterday, isn't it? And this was enough to make her angry. Now, some new questions that the school textbook has given, and the questions are: what were the children going to do or first on their second day at school? Just imagine, on the second day they will do exactly what they did on the first day, because nothing can be changed, but maybe some new subjects can be taught. If they are taught science, psalms, maths, or English poem, they may do drawing, sit and draw. Understood? They may sit there to draw pictures, or they may, music class may be there. Understood? Then that is how they can do some other subjects. Similar subjects can't be taught on the every day, isn't it? Maybe they on the second day they learned computer, isn't it? Or library class or something. If Ruby had more friends in her class with a name like hers, what might Mrs. Thomas have called the class? If Ruby had more friends in her class with a name like hers, understood? What might Mrs. Thomas have called the class? Understood? Can you think of any names like Ruby's? Yeah, we can think of names like Ruby is a precious stone, isn't it? That glitter, or that shines, isn't it? It has a it's a you can sapphire, or diamond. Clear? Diamond. If the name diamond is given, I think boy child prefers diamond to ruby, isn't it? What's the difference between wonder and wonder? Wonder is to move from one place to another. Wonder, and wonder means Taj Mahal, or is one of the wonders of the world. Understood? Whole means full. WHOLE whole. Or hole means a crack. Understood? There is a hole in the wall. And when we say, if you talk about a crack in the crack in the wall, you must say the ants are coming out of the hole in the wall. Understood? And when you say whole, it means the whole world. The whole world stands with her in her grip. Understood? The whole world is celebrating, Merry Christmas. Okay, discuss and write. What does your name mean? What does your name mean? Angelina. It means somebody who is an angel. Angel. Clear? A ruby, I have told you, a precious stone. Okay, what flower names do you know in your home language? What flower names? Geda, rose, gulab, sunflower, it means geda, and these are the few names you just take. That will be enough for you. What did you do on your first day in school? In my first day, like at my school, okay, I still remember the day how I spent the first day. I was afraid of going to school. Somebody took me to school. I was even afraid of sitting on the bench. Understood? And there was a lady teacher who actually patted me on the head, saying, all your fears will go away. Make the habit of coming to school every day. What will you do on your last day? On your last day at school, you will cry, because after class 12 you have to leave your school, and this is the day on which all the children cry. Farewell is given, and you don't feel like leaving your school. On that day you will know how much you love your school, and you cannot stop, or you cannot keep back the tears of sorrows, because your eyes will become moist with tears. Okay, if you have liked my class, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye.